everybody? Welcome to the Wingin podcast. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. But I was about to say right before we got on, I was like, watch Andre pop it as soon as you start the show.
And he's popped back out. So we'll get to Andre. He's ready. He's probably having some technical issues. So man, what you been playing, dude?
Mario Tennis Fever, Sonic Cross Worlds Racing. Yeah, that game. All right. So okay.
You talking about the Mario Kart Killer?
The other one that is better than Mario Kart World in every inconceivable way, from what I've been told.
That's what I was told too. So I mean,
okay.
I have no choice but to believe him.
Hey, I purchased it on sale, and I can write a novel about that one. But anyway, so Mario Tennis Fever, Sonic Cross Worlds, and then also watching the kids play Fortnite since they got back into it. But outside of that, those are kind of like my main two I'm playing. I think I have like 4 more chapters to go with Final Fantasy, and we got back into Ball X Pit as well. So, and I need to try out Balatro because it just randomly got a Switch 2 update. So I need to try out Balatro to see like what all was added and what was changed, because the game ran fine. I think it was more of like content, and I guess for it to run smoother, but it ran fine for it. So it was kind of surprising to see a Switch 2 edition. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I did try out the Final Fantasy 16 demo on Series X, and then I remembered why I preferred the Tales of series to Final Fantasy. I'm like, bro, if I wanted to watch a movie, I would watch a movie. You know how last year when we played Metaphor Refantasio and I complained about that whole first hour? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I would never complain.
Is that bad?
Dude.
Goodness.
I'm like, bruh.
Ooh.
Oh, can I? Okay. Yeah, so then I tried out Nightmare Geese from the Final Fantasy City of not Final Fantasy, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Geese is fun. I'm glad they brought my boy Geese back. Now the only thing that makes me mad is they did that whole animated intro, and now I want the third movie.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm like, bro, don't do this to me, man. And then to have the director of the movie and the OVAs direct the doggone shorts is really pissing me off. Because I'm like, he's right there. Let him do it. He's right there. Make him do it. So, yeah. But yeah, I tried out Nightmare Geese. That was actually pretty fun. The only thing I don't like about it though, they made his super like look. Because I had the same problem when he showed up in was it Tekken 7? I think it's DLC. I think he showed up in.
Yeah,
and that Ranger Storm was just little. They made it look. I'm like, dude, Ranger Storm should be like ridiculous.
When they originally did it, it covered both sides of them like in a wide arc. So it should have been the same way.
Now it's just like, here's these 3 little waves. There you go. Right there. Let me push it. I'm like, bro, come on, man. And then the thing is, Buddy, who's doing the voice acting, hey, shouts out to the voice actor because he does the whole Ranger Storm from the movie. Because like in the movie, it took out the whole bamboo forest.
Okay.
In this game, yeah, okay. Okay. All right.
They downplaying them because they crossing over with Capcom.
Can Sakurai put him in the next Smash Bros. So we can actually see it done right? Let Sakurai put Geese in the next Smash Brothers, please, so we can actually see, so he can show y'all what a real Rage of Storm look like.
I'm about to say he'll get it down pat.
Yeah.
So like, he'll have the Raging Storm and the Deadly Rave.
Yeah, both of them at the same time. Ain't nobody making it off the stage alive. So,
right.
Yeah. Played those. I'm still playing through Dragon Quest VII Reimagined and pick back up Ys 10 Proud Nordics. I do like the upgrades they made in Proud Nordics. I do think it's a worthy pickup.
Okay.
it's one of those things where it's one of those situations where people got mad because we got it last year, but it originally came out of Japan like in 2023 or something like that. So them getting it 2 years later like made sense because it had been a while. But Capcom has been doing a better job of getting stuff in line a little bit. Yeah, most people don't know like the Legend of Heroes games and the Geese games. We usually get 2.5 years later.
Okay.
When they originally released. So when people found out about Proud Nordics, they got mad because they was like, "We should have. They should have told us this. I bought this for no reason." Nah, you bought it. You didn't buy it for no reason. They decided to do this because they wanted to add some extra stuff to it. So
Right.
it is what it is. Like, and once again, like we're probably going to talk about in a little bit. Nobody's forcing you to buy it.
Yes, they are. They showed it to me, so therefore I have to buy it.
Yeah, nobody's forcing you to buy it. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. So hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I've been playing those. That's what I've been playing this week. So
Okay.
yeah, fun. If you did catch our live reaction, we did do a delayed live reaction for Pokemon Presents, and I really wish Shadow was here so we could talk about that real time ray tracing of Pokemon Wind and Waves.
Man,
if I'm game free, I would so quickly do a crossover with a collab with Monster Hunter just like I put Legiacrust in there.
Oh yeah, I mean it would be smart.
Yeah,
like I said,
they do that so quick.
There's so many things they can do. I love their post though. The moment they post that doggone game up with the trailer and they said 7.8 out of 10, I said I love it because they trolling IGN with the too much water crap.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, and don't ever let them live that down because that was the stupidest complaint. Like,
give them that work, give them the business. Because a lot of stuff that we are going through now is because of people like the people at IGN. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sorry because they know what they did. So
yeah,
but because as soon as they leave, they try to act like they've always been on the side of the game. No, you haven't. So no, you haven't. Let's not even go there. So yeah. So Andre, what you been playing, man?
Actually a bunch of stuff. I've been playing Bright Memory Infinite since I picked it up on my Switch 2.
Fun game, by the way.
It is fun. I've kept seeing people say that it gets boosted on the Switch 2. I was like, no, it don't. It plays exactly the same way.
The exact
why
same.
Y'all lie? Yeah. Like, why you gotta lie?
Some games do get boosted, but a lot of them don't.
No, they don't because just people either one don't have the time to do it, or they're not going to sit there and put money into it knowing they ain't getting paid for it.
Right.
And Bright Moon was a game by one dude, so I don't see him doing that. So no,
it was a good game. Either way, it's still a good game. Was playing that. Played Mario Kart World a little bit. Played. I finally got into City of the Wolves because I got my replacement graphics card. I actually went to get the exact same one and accidentally got the upgrade for the same price.
Okay,
that was what's up.
I went from the 6 gig RTX 3050 to the 8 gig one. I was like, but I bought this. Like, nope, you gave me. Okay, fine, I'll take it. No problem.
Hey.
In this market, I got it for a decent price, knowing that everything is going $400+ per graphics card. I was like, yeah, I got mine for less than half that.
That's disgusting out here in these streets.
People, if you're listening and you're thinking about building a rig, you might want to put that on the back burner for a little bit because stuff is going up due to another chip shortage. So
at this point, I would say do not do a custom build. If you're going to do one, do a pre-built and make sure it is either a floor model or refurbished, because if you're getting brand new, you are paying out behind. The RAM chip that I got to add to mine, I bought for $40 last year. I look at the same exact RAM, the same exact RAM stick. I mean, it's like $350 now for the same exact one.
That's disgusting.
I'm like, nah, ain't no way in the world.
That's crazy.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying to warn people, but I'm like, yeah, just go on and get you if you got to go to HP or Dell, just bite the bullet and do it if you need one.
I mean, you could even still, you could go like Micro Center or Best Buy and get a pre-built that would be decent for a decent price as long as you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, but don't try to. I would not build right now unless you got a lot of disposable income because they're overcharging, and it's because there's a chip shortage. So
and it's because of the chip shortage on top of the tariffs on top of the AI.
Yeah, that too.
Housing, like all of it's colliding into compounding, making the prices for this stuff cost more.
Yeah,
and it sucks. I mean, we probably gonna have to wait like another year or two before the prices drop back down.
That's if you're
at
lucky.
The very least. If we're lucky.
Yeah. So, but other than that, all good.
Oh yeah, I've been having a lot of fun.
Because we get Wolfgang Krauser next month.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't think we get the same voice actor because I think that dude passed away.
I think he passed away. But if I think the person that did his King of Fighters voice was a different actor, so we might be getting. It depends. I don't remember for sure.
Okay,
but either way, he gonna be there, and as long as he says the phrase at the beginning of his introduction, "I'll chisel your gravestone, sleep well." If he says that, then that's all I need.
That dude had the best lines in the OVA, bro. He had especially when he did the Joe. When he did the Joe, jeez, the pettiness of what he did to Joe Higashi, the pettiness.
It's like, look, you put out all that power, and I just flicked the wrist, and that was it.
Yeah, so I was like, bro, we can't grab a damn bully in that.
That's all he was. He was a bully the whole time. He was like, "Oh, you a strong fighter? Let me come and see."
Let me come and see.
If I was to say anything, he's the concept for Rugal for King of Fighters, or Rugal for King of Fighters, came from him in that OVA. Where you a strong fighter, I'm gonna come up, roll up on you, beat your behind, take your move, and leave.
The funny thing about it though, we don't have enough villains that are organ masters that can play the pipe organ to perfection. We don't. That dude, man, had a full when they was driving up to the
he's just sitting there playing.
He was just sitting there just playing the pipe organ for like 3 minutes. I'm like, bro, he's laying it down.
and he did it because he knew Terry was on his way. He's like, yeah, I know you're coming, so I'm gonna play your introduction music.
Yeah, I'm an intro to your ass whooping, bro. Dude,
actually,
if y'all ever have a chance, please watch that Fatal Fury OVA. The second,
I'd say watch all of them. Watch all of them, but
watch all
2 is my favorite.
Yeah,
2 is my favorite. I ain't gonna lie,
bro. Krauser is a bully, and I love that dude. Dude is awesome. But yeah,
I do want to say one thing about Nightmare Geese, because technically Geese is actually dead in the actual story, so that's why he's Nightmare Geese. So if anybody's wondering why that's his name and not just Geese Howard like normal, it's because he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He dead. Like
the bad thing is I don't think Krauser actually dies in the games.
In the game,
I know he does in the movie.
Krauser doesn't die in the game. He just gets beat.
But Geese died because he wouldn't let Terry save him. Simple as that. He was too petty.
It's funny because the way Krauser dies in the OVA is the way pretty much Geese dies in the game, which is crazy.
Well, Krauser technically in the OVA just decides it's over because he lost the ultimate fight and he feels like he can't have another fight that intense. Yeah,
or that good. So
he was sorely mistaken because right after that we
because Jamin was like in that movie. Jamin was like,
I swear, that's a fight that I would have loved to have seen is Jamin and Krauser fight. I would have loved
because Krauser gonna talk trash. Krauser was sell before there was sale.
Yeah, yeah. Well, was it before?
Yeah, that was before sale.
And it was roughly around the same time. So
it was around the same time, but he was like, I think that OVA came out right before they revealed Perfect Sale.
Yeah,
that was 93.
So yeah, that was right around the same time.
Yeah, it was right around the same time. It was 93.
But I'm just like that's he is one of the most crap talkingest, and
Yeah,
he doesn't, and it's not like he's when he
he's not
says it,
lying.
it's not like he's no, I'm not even saying that. It's not like he says it with like intensity. He says it in such an elegant manner. It's just like you almost feel like it's a compliment.
Yeah, but he's really not.
It's just he's just very sarcastic.
You know, I'll put it like this: he was Escanor before there was Escanor.
Oh yeah,
Because all he
damn
spoke
sure.
was the truth.
Yeah.
Whether
I
you believed it or not.
I could actually see him dropping that line. Like, who decided that? I'm like,
Yeah,
that fits him.
that is across the line, dude. That is across the line. So yeah, but yeah, that second OVA, if you ever get a chance to, and y'all, because you haven't watched it, it has that '90s style animation, but it's
clean. Actually, it's really clean for early '90s. To be honest.
Yeah, to be completely fair, because the movie came out '94. Yeah, because Fatal Fury movie came out in '94. So
yeah,
that was like '90.
Picture.
I think both of the OVAs came out in '93, and
yeah,
the movie came out in '94.
Yeah, because the first one I think was it would have been early '93, and then two would have been late '93.
Yeah, because I think that one was the one that showed it like Jump Fest or whatever.
I wouldn't know, but
the only reason why I know that. The only reason why I know that because I had a friend of mine in college. His dad was stationed in Japan, and that's how he got the VHS tapes. That's how we watched them. Because I didn't even know Fatal Fury had OVA. I didn't know Fire Emblem had an OVA. That's how I found out about the Fire Emblem OVA.
Say my only reason I ended up even seeing them was my brother he frequented this import shop, so he ended up with him. So like, okay. We remembered the characters from the games, so it was like, oh, okay,
fun times. Okay, so let's get into some topics. So first things first, the Xbox situation. The only thing I want to ask is, did people really not see the writing on the wall regarding the Xbox? Like, I'm like, dude, I saw this for like 2 generations.
Nope.
I knew what was gonna happen.
Nope.
Everybody's surprised.
Everybody's surprised.
I'm like, I don't get it though. I'm like, dude, like, you how?
Because they don't pay attention to what's happening.
They're really truly taking what SNK did to the extreme. That's all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know everybody loved the 360. I'm one of them, but when you saw what Matrick did at that E3 that year,
he really should have
known something was up.
He screwed the company over, to be honest.
And he didn't care because he was out there. He had 1 foot out the door anyway.
Yeah, he was out the way. He didn't care.
Which is ironic.
Which is why, why did y'all send him to E3 if y'all knew?
I would have never sent him. But the irony of it is that his company ended up being bought out by Microsoft anyway. So it was like,
anyway. So yeah.
And I don't remember hearing word of him still being there after they purchased.
I don't think they was gonna keep him. Nah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you remember that thing you did? Bye.
Yeah. So once again, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna catch flack for this, but look, I saw the writing on the wall. Do I like it? No, I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and pretend and like I like them going. I don't like this. Am I happy about the person they got to replace Spencer? Not really, because she's talking a good game.
Yeah, that's the best.
I'm gonna have to wait and see what she does.
Yeah,
because if she's serious about exclusives, then be serious about exclusives. Because I know, Andre, me and you talked about this. There is no way in the world, if I'm the CEO of Microsoft and we got all these doggone companies that we bought, and we still got a rareware catalog that ain't even been looked at. Ain't no way. Like a lot of these companies, y'all ain't working on y'all ambitious project, y'all ambitious vision. You working on this. It's gonna serve 2 purposes. One, it's gonna help get your name out there. People get to see what you can do. Then you can work on your whatever you want to make. But first, because a lot of these people, this they like their first game, and then they like $185 million in the hole and wonder why they ain't making no money. Nobody know what you're talking about.
Here's a few problems Microsoft has. One, they don't know what to do with the IPs because they don't take the time. Like you literally have a catalog of the like you put out Rev Replay.
But it's not rocket science. It's not like You ain't got to rebuild the wheel.
No, you don't. But that's my thing is they put out Rare Replay. You have the catalog of what to do. All you have to do is follow the blueprint. You don't take the logo and slap it on an orange. You go ahead and do it the way it's supposed to be. The way it's supposed to be done. The Battletoads, for example, I hated that game. I hated that game. And it's not because the gameplay was all that bad. The gameplay was serviceable. What they did with the characters was egregious.
Yeah.
And it's like, and their hard mode was just everybody becomes a damage sponge. It wasn't that the game actually got harder organically. It wasn't that the AI was smarter. It was that everyone became a damage sponge. When I played that game and I blew through half of it on the normal difficulty, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to try play it on the hardest difficulty. And I played to the point of the first level making my hand cramp. How much of a damage sponge everybody became. Which then I said, okay, your hard mode is not a hard mode. It's just everything becomes difficult to kill.
Yeah.
You have destroyed the characters literally by, I don't know who thought that writing them that way made any sense. Then you went with the Saturday morning cartoon aesthetic for what reason? I still have no idea because it doesn't match.
I don't think
what
they
were. And you really just didn't know what to do with it, and then didn't seek advice from anyone who actually knew anything about it.
Which they could have, because the Stamper Brothers ain't been doing that for years. They could have easily called them.
Even if they didn't get them directly, there were other people that worked on those games. Like, I don't know who decided that, because it was a horrible set of choices. But you did Killer Instinct amazingly. You had Killer Instinct was done amazingly. And you have a Battletoads character in Killer Instinct.
Yep.
Why did you not take that aesthetic and apply it to Battletoads and make a hyper violent beat 'em up, which Battletoads has always been?
And just make it and don't forget the comedy.
But the comedy has to make sense. It couldn't
comedy
be.
Has to make sense.
It wasn't supposed to be slapstick.
It was supposed to be Looney Tunes. They tried to do Looney Tunes, and Battletoads and Looney Tunes
failed. They failed at it. That was like when they tried to make Looney Tunes lunatics.
Yeah,
tried to make them serious, and it didn't work.
Yeah. And then that second season, they tried to make it like back to being like superhero slash slapstick, and then it just didn't work because now the whole thing is off.
Because you've already tarnished it.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, like the first season wasn't bad, but like the second season was just like, you don't know what you're doing. And I see what you mean with the Battletoads thing. Same thing. They tried to go Saturday morning slapstick when you're like, you don't do that.
The only thing that I think that they did well for that game was the combo system and retaining the fact that it wasn't just a straight beat 'em up, but that it had multiple different styles of gameplay within it. I do think that they did a good job on those two things. And if they worked from there and re-attempted it to build up from that, cool. But damage sponge for your hardest difficulty is not gameplay.
No.
At that point, I'd rather you just throw more enemies on the screen, because that would have actually just made it more difficult, rather than they all become a brick wall that I can keep hitting. Well, they all become SpongeBob. Like, remember that episode where SpongeBob was scared of that dude?
Oh, yeah.
He hit him?
He just kept...
They all become SpongeBob.
Man was asleep.
Matter of fact, that's what they did for Beautiful Joe. The second Beautiful Joe game. When you went up difficulties, that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually had to use your move set and show your skill, because you just kept getting jumped.
Yeah. And that would have been fine. Honestly, that's the standard beat 'em up thing. You might give the enemies a little bit more health, but you just throw more of them on the screen. It's more chaos.
Right.
That was what made them fun, at least for me. I guess I'm a bit psychotic though, but it's a whole other story.
Well, because me, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at stuff like Jet Force Gemini, for example. You don't have a kitty. I ain't gonna say kitty, but a kid style young kid
Younger.
style shoot 'em up. You just got it. You have it. You literally have it.
I mean, even if they didn't want to go that route, like we said before, Jet Force Gemini was just Starship Troopers.
That's all it was, yeah. Because that's what my thing. I'm like, look, you got Halo, you got Gears. That's where you're serious people. You can have more fun with Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can literally have more
you
fun
can still have all the violence and whatever,
Yeah.
but you make it more, again, like it was. It was comedy at the same time as being like really disturbingly bad.
Yeah.
It was both things.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, like because I was playing it on NSO. I'm like, dude, I forgot how much fun this game is. It is fun. Now,
Yeah,
the only
with the right
difference is
controller.
I think the N64 controller ain't the best control scheme for it. It ain't the best
It
pass for
isn't.
it,
It isn't, but when you try to apply that game to any other controller, it
doesn't work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to do what they did with Perfect Dark when they did that remake. That not remake, that remaster. You'd have to do it like that. Like that's one of the few games that I was like, okay, you probably need to do twin stick or gyro for this for it to work properly. That's another reason why I was like, they should, if you want to do a remake that. Like remake that. Conquer, for example. And this is another thing that made me mad with Conquer. I'm like, wait a minute. Did y'all not play the first Conquer Bad Fur Day? I'm like, I thought y'all was the mature console. What's going on here? Like
the bad thing is,
you mean tell me the Kitty Company is more hardcore than y'all?
And the worst thing is for Conquer, you have a story beat to start off a second game.
Yes.
He forgot to save his girlfriend. That's the whole premise. That's the whole premise. He forgot to save his girlfriend, which he said at the end of the first game. At the end of the game. Like he had his moment where he had the power to do whatever. And he just, because he was so angry at the time, he completely forgot the thing he was mad about. He forgot about the thing he was mad about and didn't realize that after he didn't have the power anymore. He's like, oh, I got to go back and save her.
Yeah.
Yep. So that literally wrote itself. And y'all all know how I feel about Perfect Dark. I'm sitting here like, this is not
Perfect Dark
science.
Perfect Dark was so easy and they still screwed it up.
I'm like, this is not this is not rocket science. And y'all should know how to do this.
And it's not once, it was twice. It was twice because they screwed up with Perfect Dark Zero.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna get into that, but yeah. Because every time I say something, people get mad at me for saying it. I'm like, man, whatever.
It is. But that's one thing I will say, like, even with Rare aside, like you mentioned, they have the IPs. You have the ability to partner with a company like Toys for Bob to make these happen. Like they've shown they can bring these games back and even make you brand new games, not just remakes, not just remasters, but actually brand new games for these IPs. And I would hope they're still working on Spyro. But if we're talking about the Conquerors, talking about who else they own? They still own Banjo.
I think so.
Yeah, so if they have Banjo and any other Rare property they want to do, I think that is a-okay to let Toys for Bob do it. Because at one point in time, my biggest thing was, yeah, they have Rare, but it's not Rare of old. And I didn't see anybody over there that was talented or even had the creativity enough to even bring those games back. So now you have a company that has shown they can do it. Let them shoot for the moon and make it happen. Because I mean, you can only go up from here. I don't see Microsoft going any deeper other than just going away. Like you can't go deeper into this hole.
Here's an idea that is a surefire win. Remake Diddy Kong Racing with not Conquer, with Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah,
do a Banjo-Kazooie racing game. That's exactly what Diddy Kong Racing was. Because so many people want that game to come back, but there's no way it's happening. Do that.
Guess what? Since you want to sell it to everybody, you can still sell it to everybody.
You could. But and then even if you wanted to do a partnership deal with Nintendo to say, let's throw Diddy in the Switch version. Like, can we throw them in there just because, we understand this is where it started. We can't do a Diddy Kong, so we're going to do a Conquer's Racing, whatever you want to call it, or Banjo Racing. And
or Conquer versus Banjo Racing.
However you
want
to
both
put
of them in there.
It works out both ways.
Give
And
us
make
back
sure you
the
do a story
innocent
mode.
version of Conquer.
Yeah.
Just make sure you do a story mode. So we need to laugh.
But yeah, I mean, it's all doable. I think right now Microsoft has to find their footing, even if what they're talking about is true and going back to exclusives. Right now, I can only name about 4 or 5 that are worth anything right now. And one is about to fall off, and that's Halo. So you really got to find a way to establish some form of a presence and start diversifying your catalog.
That hurts
And
my soul.
and stop depending so much on third party. Like, I love third party just as much as the next person because there's so many of them and they have the ability to give you different ideas and different type of gameplay that first parties may not get into, but they should not be the leader in your console. That
No.
is crazy. You should not have third parties leading the charge in your console.
The fact that EA, Ubisoft, and Activision has been able to do this makes no sense to me because you see what's happening with Ubisoft. They decided to go live service and it destroyed it, all but destroyed them.
I don't know why they thought that was a good idea though. Like it was a horrible idea.
Horrible idea.
Somebody saw it work and
they saw it work in a couple games.
They saw Fortnite and they saw Overwatch and they were like, we can do that. And they're like, no, you can't.
Yeah, I think Fortnite has killed more franchises than we think for the simple fact that the people are trying to copy.
Yeah, they're trying to copy it. And
yeah,
it's just like with roguelites and all and Souls likes and all that. I'm like, bro, can we get back to just having action games?
Yeah.
Can we get back to just having like you don't have to make your game like this and then say it in the launch trailer in every trailer before. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like there's a lot of games that I like that I will not play because they roguelites.
I'm right there with you. Like it will turn.
As soon as I hear that, it turns me off.
Turns me off immediately.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to know because it don't have. Unless I'm already invested into like the reason why I like Hades 1 and 2 is because I love Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that art style. That's the only reason why I like it. I would prefer it to be like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Honestly,
right?
I would prefer that, but that's not what they want to do. But I love Greek mythology. That's how they got me into it.
Yeah.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. I read that comic.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't a roguelike. I wish it just would have made a beat 'em up because it could have did that.
Yep.
But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to make a roguelike for whatever reason. But like those are like the only two that I really play. The other ones, because I tried that Blaze Blue Entropy Effect. I don't like it.
Okay. You don't like it?
No.
Okay.
I would prefer if you're gonna do it like that, just give me a beat 'em up. Because basically what you're doing is you're taking a beat 'em up and you're just making me loop stuff over and over again. So I get all the stuff available to actually win.
Right.
So I had to keep going over and over and over. And I'm like, dude, this that gets boring after a while. And I got other stuff I can play that actually piques my interest. Because I love RPGs and action adventure games. So I like the story. So if you ain't got no story to like, man, I ain't So yeah, there's a lot of stuff but that's to them because Dark Souls made this money or Fortnite made that money. And Overwatch made this money. Now everybody's trying to get that lightning in the bottle. It don't work like that, man.
But that's what I don't understand, right? Like, because gaming in itself is very big when we talk about different developers, and most people don't know. Like, I don't think anybody knows all developers because there's always one out there. You're never going to know all of them.
Leave and come and this guy done made his own company and that guy done made this team that was working on Halo 4. Because the team that was working on you want to know why Metroid Prime 4 got a bunch of these cinematic shots? Because they came from the Halo 4 team. That's why a lot of that stuff looked like Halo 4. Yeah, because that's the team that there was like 10 people that was on that team that's over at Retro now.
Interesting.
That's how it works. Like you ain't gonna know everybody.
Yeah. But even with that, we're talking about these different developers. We talk about different styles of games, and everybody can find a way to make something stick. Nobody, and I don't think anybody here could ever say when we first saw Minecraft, we thought it was going to be what it is today. Like, I thought Minecraft was here today and gone tomorrow. And obviously the owner and creator of it thought so too, because otherwise he wouldn't have sold it. But like at the same time, I don't think he thought it could go any bigger than what it was.
Yeah.
Same thing when you talk about stuff like Fortnite, Candy Crush, or any Crash Royales and my kids playing Geometry Dash and how big that game's gotten. Like, it's always something that's very simplistic in nature, but there is some foundation and some underlying things that can make it a little bit bigger. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. The main creator of Kingdom Hearts said we wasn't prepared to make a 2 because we didn't think 1 was going to be that big. Like, he had no idea it was going to blow up the way it did. That's why 2 took forever. It took like 10 years for 2 to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, all right, cool. We don't think about what's going to be that big hit, but now these companies, they don't even believe in what they're making. And it shows. It shows like you don't believe in it. You just want to copy what you think's going to work because it worked for somebody else. But similar to like what the Wingin said, like, you can try to mimic what we do, but you ain't got the secret sauce like we got. So somebody can try to copy a Zelda, but only Nintendo knows how to make that work. Same thing with a Splatoon. Same thing with Square with Kingdom Hearts. Like, there's going to be some copycats that show up, but honestly, I feel like Square is the only one that's going to be able to make Kingdom Hearts style games without it feeling like a ripoff in some shape, form, or fashion. So I really wish they would try to be a little bit more original and what they want to do, and stop trying to chase the live service, the Fortnites, the Minecrafts, the games that are super popular right now. Like, stop trying to chase them and just do your own thing. And that's why I was so happy when when like Crash did something different with racing, right? Like, when you play Crash Team Racing, you can tell that is a skill-based game. Like, that game is not playing with you. like you want to have fun, go play something else. It ain't Crash. It ain't Crash. Crash is going to require a lot of your time. And then even like with Crash 4, I thought I had that game beat. I was like, okay, there were some challenges here, and I get towards the end of the game, I'm like, okay, I got the game beat. When you start having to use all powers in every level, why put that game down so damn fast? That game is frustrating, bro, but it's a good challenging. It's not cheating you in any kind of way, but nonetheless, it's definitely something that you can tell they took their time, they got creative, and they accepted the challenge of bringing Crash back to try to make him relevant again. And I think they did a fairly good job. Unfortunately, money is money, and things go the way they go, and they couldn't continue. But ultimately, I think if somebody was to pony up some money, this would be the one opportunity I would say, hey, look, Toys for Bob, y'all keep doing it, but let's see if we can get one of the big wigs to fund it. Because honestly, there should be another Crash game. The same way I would love to see what they do with Spyro if they did that good of a job with Crash.
Yeah, I agree with that. So in that same vein, I want to ask this question, like, because this goes into the whole console war stupidity thing. And we see so many people argue about stuff, like, and I just want to get y'all thoughts on it, because I don't understand this myself, because I am a multi-console gamer. Do I game on PC like that? No, not really. But what I will say is I don't hate people that do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you do, hey, cool. Let me know a game that I should probably try, because I'll log into Steam and try something. I've done that before. I don't specifically game on PC just because half time I don't feel like doing all them updates. I don't.
Brother.
I just don't.
Brother, hey, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, so that's why I just don't feel like doing all that. But I've seen so many people on, whether it's on Twitter or Blue Sky or Facebook, they will argue you down about a game on a console that they don't like and don't own and don't play, but argue down about it. Like, why do you care?
Yep.
Because they telling on themselves.
I'm like, why do you? Okay, you saying this game can't run on this system? Okay, you see it's running. Well, it can't. It's not going to run as well as the PS5 Pro. It ain't supposed to.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said it was. Which is another reason why I hate Digital Foundry. And I know hate is a strong word, but I mean it. It's stuff like that. I'm like, bro, man. Why are you mad about somebody else having fun?
Because they want better for you.
Yeah,
they want better for you.
Well, I don't get it.
Supposedly,
I'm sitting up here. I'm like, okay, well, tell me what games you playing. You can't tell me one game you playing.
No.
You can't tell me one game you playing, but you can argue with me about why I shouldn't be playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, or why I shouldn't be playing South of Midnight.
I just don't understand why you would waste your time with so many good games out here, Jay. Like there are so many great games that you could be playing, and you're allowing these companies to steal from you and just feed you slop, and you can have so much better. And that's just all we want for you.
Hold on, but what if people want the slop?
No, 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 no. You
What
will
if they
never
want the
want.
slop?
You will never. Do you not see what my thing? All games should cost no more than $30, sir.
Then look, if that's the case, then we're gonna be playing a bunch of slideshows.
Basically,
That's all we're gonna be playing.
But
Slideshows.
what Jay say? I need 120 frames at 8K, and I
No,
need
no,
it to
no.
about
See,
100 hour game. Yeah,
no.
multiplayer.
See, you're getting it wrong. We need it to be at 16K, 545 frames per second, and the game
That's
is
No drop.
200 hours long.
that's
No
the
drop.
that's industry standard, and that's for $50. That's for a $50 game. That's the industry standard.
Speaking of which, do I have the definition of the word standard wrong?
No,
Okay.
no.
I'm just making sure.
So I want to put this out there because I know I haven't said it. Shadow Fox has been the one saying it a lot, so I'll say it again. Re-explain it. A standard, when it comes to a specific industry, means that a group of people got together and said this
Mhm.
thing has to be done this way in order for it to be legitimized.
Right.
If you think that there is a standard frame rate, a standard resolution, a standard play style, if you think there is a standard control method for the gaming industry, you have been fooled by people who talk too much about things that they don't know about. Let's use Resident Evil Requiem as an example. On the Switch 2, on Nintendo Switch 2, it is literally playing at 540p and upscaled through DLSS to 1080p. It looks and runs better than the Xbox Series S version of the game,
Mhm.
which technically is being played at a higher resolution. Does it matter? No,
Yes.
it doesn't, because your experience should be the game itself, not how sharp the pixels are. Unless the pixel quality is so bad that you can't tell what you're doing,
Right.
that should never be an issue. I could today to tomorrow, I could launch a game at 320p if I felt like it and have it upscaled by DLSS to 1440p. It wouldn't make a
Mhm.
difference. It's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
that's true. That is very true, and that's why I don't get it. I'm like, bro, just like you do realize this is a hobby.
Yeah.
This is life.
This is a hobby, man. Like,
Gamer's
Look,
life.
people
You
out
just
here
have balls
throwing up
life.
gang size for their game systems.
like
I'm waiting on it. I am waiting on it. They already got the color scheme.
Where they don't know no games, they be throwing up Naruto hand signals. They ain't gonna be
Hey, listen. Naruto has a gang sign. You get
He
jumped
do.
every time you see.
Right.
Like that's his gang sign. He jumping you when this happens.
Tell you, man. Like I've never, and it takes a lot of willpower not to respond, but it's every time I scroll, it's always something even more stupid. Because there's the only standard we have in gaming is that you're gonna pay money for it. That's
it.
about as far as it goes.
That's it.
But outside of that, nobody does graphics the same. Nobody has frame rates the same. Nobody has the same
Art styles
style.
are different.
Art style. All art styles are different. Like it's a huge pool of different ideas and concepts. So I don't know. Like to me, that's why I was like, when it comes down to the pricing and understanding the pricing and people saying, "Oh, well, this game doesn't look like it deserves to be $70." I'm like, well, what is that supposed to look like?
Well, one, is it a popular franchise? Yes.
There you go.
Is it a well-known character? Yes. Is it a popular play style? Yes. Does it cost a lot of money to make it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. $70.
There you go.
Well, I was telling because I know the tweet he's talking about. I even put on there. I'm like, you do know we should not have been paying $60 2 generations ago.
No.
We should have been at like 80 and 90 then.
Yeah.
But what they did was they hid it behind giving you DLC. That's why you
DLCs and deluxe editions.
You was getting DLC editions, DLC trailers before launch trailers. you was getting deluxe edition and ultimate edition trailers before launch trailers. When before you got the launch trailer first, then you got a month, 2 months later, if they had something extra, you got it then. No, they started doing it ahead of time. Why? Because these games cost too much to make, and so therefore they're trying to convince you you better go and get that DLC or you're not going to play the full game. And most people went and did it.
Listen, back when Dead Rising 4 came out, and they had that whole situation where you needed the deluxe edition to actually get the real end of the game. And I had my crash out because of it. And I still will not buy or play that game because of that situation. Even though the deluxe edition has been on sale down worth of what, $5 on every platform. I will not get it for the principle of it. Because if you're going to charge me a price for something, just charge me the full price for the thing so I know what I'm paying for. If it's worth it to me, I will buy it. If not, then okay, that's my loss. But we also need people to, one, stop having FOMO. Stop having the fear of missing on everything. You're never going to touch everything. You're never going to play everything. Stop getting so worried about trying to keep up with the Joneses and just keep up with what you like. Keep up with what you can do. Don't worry about what everybody else can do. That's one of the reasons for pirating. That's one of the reasons pirating is getting as bad as it is. And people go on social media to talk about the fact that they're pirating.
Which is so stupid.
Still stupid. Like, did y'all learn nothing? Did y'all learn nothing from the people who would rob banks or credit unions and then flash the cash on stream and then be picked up by the police 2 minutes later? Have you learned nothing of it? Or what's the guy? What's his name? With the one that got sued and now can't stream or play video games at all or publicly because he decided he was going to, break street dates by pirating games and playing them and streaming them and showing off full playthroughs of games before they came out. Like, why do y'all want to be that level of idiotic? I mean, look, if you want to do, I'm not here to tell you not to do it. I'm just saying it is simply not the most intelligent thing to do to broadcast it when you are doing it.
Okay, if you can tell him, you're not gonna tell him. I'll tell him, don't do it. Just don't do it because
I'm not going to try to tell people not to do it because at this point they don't care.
The reason why I'm saying not to do it because you're gonna get online and complain about it. To which we're gonna look at you like you're stupid. So don't do it. So just don't do it. You can't. You clearly can't handle it. So don't do it.
Well, I tell you one key thing that y'all are both missing. If I don't post or if I don't tell people that I pirate games, I don't have anything else to talk about. I don't have anything of substance to talk about. Like, I really need people to understand. I by no means am I the most interesting or the most funny or the most important person on this planet or hell, even on this podcast. I think both of these individuals are more talented than I am when it comes down to writing and everything else as far as running these podcasts. But when it comes down to social media, I think there are a handful of people that get on and have not a single thing to talk about. And so therefore they will go out their way to talk about pirating. They will troll, and they would even go as far as to show you that they pirate games. Like, hey, like you said, hey, I stole this money from Bank of America. give me likes, give me clicks. Like, I love the idea of
picked up by the police.
It's so stupid. And then the craziest thing, and I've seen this before, and it never even dawned on me until we just started talking about this. But the excitement of being ratioed. It's like, oh
yeah, that's weird.
That don't make no sense to me.
I was like, but this is social media. These are the things that are now the norm that people love to deal with, and
with their degradation fetishes and stuff.
It's crazy. So honestly, it is what it is. I don't know why, but like I said in my post on Twitter today, you get what you pay for, and if you don't pay for it, then things go away. You said that you want gaming cheaper. It's not happening until we start kind of dumbing down our expectations, right? So if we say, okay, you don't like Nintendo because they don't give you realistic graphics. Well, guess what? You're gonna be paying top dollar. Well, Nintendo doesn't provide us realistic graphics. Guess what? They have matured their IP so much so that their popularity matches that graphic output. So therefore, the pricing is going to be the same. Similar to what Andre just said. Like their IP is tried and true, so they can charge you that much. That's why I hate to say it, Gen 10 may be that next $80 game. Pokemon Gen 10 may be the next 80.
You should have been paying years ago.
Yeah.
But if we being honest, it's probably going to be more than that. Once you include the DLC, it's probably going to be around 120.
Yeah.
And for the people that like to buy both.
Yeah. I mean, there's some. Okay, so y'all know I like NIS Falcon games. Like if you go look on eShop or on any of the shops, especially Steam and stuff, they have Ultimate Editions. You want to know what their Ultimate Edition of Geese 10 Proud Nordics is? Like 120. You want to know what it is for Trail Beyond the Horizon? 120. That's their ultimate. So, bruh, we should have been paying this years ago. But the problem is, and that's why I do blame Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, because they went and did this and made this okay. Now you can't get mad when people start saying, "Hey, I don't understand why these games are $70." Like, because they should have been $70. Because especially like Sony and Microsoft, because they're the ones that spending $200, $300, $400 million on games. Nintendo ain't doing that. But
I would say Nintendo could probably get away with making most of their games $50 if we.
Yeah,
they could, but
they're not going to. But
they're not going to. Like, if you in business, why would you undersell yourself when you can make more money, knowing that what you have is that strong?
There you go.
But the thing is, like the games they did it on, it's Mario Kart. That thing's still selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, I'm just to be honest. What individual video game character is more popular than Mario?
Nobody.
Name one.
The only one that I know that got more brand recognition is Mickey Mouse, and that's it.
And I wouldn't even count him as a video game character.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying as far as brand recognition.
Yeah.
That's why I kept
depends on the year.
That's why I kept telling people, like, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is gonna move numbers because it's Mario. Like now, everybody knows Mario. If you don't, you know the jingle.
But here's the scary part, though. Here's the scary part. The close second, Pikachu.
Yeah.
Close third, I would, unless I'm forgetting something, it could be Steve from Minecraft.
It's
not
used to be. Anymore. I would say it used to be Sonic. Sonic's probably about 5 at this point.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably Minecraft. Steve is number 3.
Yeah.
And then the generic characters for Fortnite would be number 4.
Yeah. But they're getting overshadowed by the well-known characters at this point. But so let me ask y'all a quick question, and maybe I'm overthinking this. How knowledgeable do you feel like you need to be within your hobby about like what is all encompassing within said hobby?
I mean, that depends on what you plan on getting out of it. Like,
right.
If you're like curious about the back end stuff, then I do think it's worth actually learning about it. But if you just want to play the games, then you should just focus on playing the games and not complain about stuff that you don't want to know about.
And that's where I was headed with it, because it's like an investment, right? So y'all know I do music. I can easily just go and rap and just have everybody else do the production, make the beats. I can have everybody else do all of that. But I go as far as I do it myself, and I've learned how to do it myself. But I'm never going to fix my mouth to argue with somebody that's about music theory, because I don't know music theory, and I'm never going to learn music theory because it ain't that deep for me. So it's as far as pianos are concerned, I don't know how to play the piano, but I got an ear for it. So I can sit here and I can press 1 or 2 keys at a time and then go back in and plug in where I need to plug in for it to sound like I used all 10 of my fingers. And that's one thing I don't care for with gaming, because yes, like you said, Andre, just play the game. Because when you watch these content creators, they'll have you thinking that you're knowledgeable on numbers. They'll have you thinking that you're knowledgeable about graphics and how games are made and how they're marketed. No, you don't. It's the same reason why we still to this day have people running around saying, oh, Nintendo should have put Hall effect sticks in there because then the Joy-Con 2s would have never drifted. That's not true.
Yeah.
Hollow sticks do drifts.
They do.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part about it is majority of the people don't even know about the TMR sticks. So it's like if you want to dig in deep to have these conversations on social media, please do so, but don't do it in an ignorant manner. That's the thing that irks me the most about well, I don't even say gamers because I don't even call most of them gamers on social media anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's why I used to always make that joke about rollback netcode.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
everybody act like it's a switch you can flip.
Once again, I do enjoy Maximilian Dude. This is not me throwing shade at him.
I'll throw shade.
I enjoy his stuff, but he made people think, because every time we'd have these talking points, we talk about this, the talking points that people would come at us with were the same ones he had in his videos. And I'm like, bro, I know where you got that from. Like, he is not a developer.
The problem
He's not.
The problem is Maximilian Dude, as much as he loves the medium, as much as he loves fighting games and stuff like that, he thinks he knows more than he knows. So with him thinking he knows more than he knows, he speaks confidently about things he doesn't know. And then when somebody who does know those things tries to correct it, people will be like, well, Maximilian Dude said this, but Maximilian Dude, one, he doesn't touch a line of code. He's never touched a line of code. Two, he does not develop games in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't conceptualize them. He doesn't develop them. He doesn't think about how they work. He thinks about what he likes about how they work. That's it, which is fine. I don't fault him for that.
Yeah, but
like, he's not the person you would ask a question about how your RTX 2060 makes your game be able to look the way it does. He's not that person. He's not the tech guy. He's the guy that likes to sit there and just hit buttons on the controller and see cool things happen.
Yeah, and what made me what the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when Katsuhiro Harada came out and was explaining to people why rollback netcode has to be done during development, and they called him a liar. And the points they used was from him. And I'm sitting there, Max, you gotta stop talking like this. That's why I kept making that joke. Like, oh yeah, just it'll be fixed with more rollback netcode.
And I'm gonna bring this up because I know they got a lot of flack for doing this, and this is SNK when they redid King of Fighters 13.
Oh yeah,
and they added in the rollback netcode. Everybody got mad because the other games that it was added to for free. But you have to think of the scale of the games.
Correct.
King of Fighters 13 was not a simple game for them to just do that with. They had so much stuff that they had to fix in order to put rollback netcode in that game, which is why they made a separate version and charged money for it.
As they should.
You don't have to like it, but you should understand it. The other games, the more 1632-bit versions of the games with the sprites were much smaller. They had less code to work with, so it was easier for them to do.
Right.
With King of Fighters 13, being that was an Xbox 360 PS3 game and not like a Neo Geo game, it took longer. There was more code to work with. There was more things to deal with.
Right.
And if they didn't do it right, it was going to break the whole game.
Yeah.
That's why it happened.
But I think you hit on something key, though. If I have content centered around a specific genre in a game, and I'm pretty good, I'm pretty decent, if not very good at these games, and I speak with confidence, it's going to get a lot of people to listen. So even with Harada saying what he's saying, and we know the man makes games, the very games you're playing, and he's telling you one thing, it's almost impossible for me to accept it from him because I don't see him. I don't see him and I don't hear from him. Even though he makes the games, I don't see him. But what I constantly digest and I pour and invest my time into is a Maximilian dude, because I see him almost every day. And then at the same time, he speaks with so much confidence. That's what makes me pour more into him. It's the same way if I came on here right now, I feel like I'm very honest with everything that I say. If I come on here and I'm like, hey guys, good news. My channel just went up by 50. Like I got 50% more subscribers on my channel. And you'd be like, oh, congratulations. That could have been one damn subscriber because I came from one. But I said it with so much confidence you would have thought, dang, Jack just blew up. Like he out of here. Like, no, I'm not.
No.
I'm just one subscriber happier. It's just what it is.
But that should, like, even though that I get the joke, but that also shows a level of appreciation for the fact that there are people that are starting to listen and following what you're saying.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So
I never take that.
I get just to say I understand that that's the joke, because it's just, hey,
yeah.
Look, last year I only got 2 subscribers. This year we only a month in. I got 50% more. So it's easy to say that.
Yeah.
But I want to say one thing, because I know this is going to tick off a bunch of people, and you can throw your hate mail my direction. I don't care, because that's the time and I'm on this year. But because I do research on these things now more frequently than I used to, you want to know how much it would cost you to have a machine that would be able to emulate the Switch 2?
Ooh, they ain't ready for that one.
How much?
You want to know?
They ain't ready for that
To
one.
get it to run competently, $4,000. That's for you to have your 4K monitor that has OLED, because that's the closest you're going to get to how the games look on the Switch 2.
Correct.
And to be able to process DLSS and all that stuff that the emulation would have to run. On top of that, the what's the chip? The chip that does the rescaling that isn't part of the CPU. That also has to be taken care of. No, it's not a tensor chip. It's a specific chip that's in the Switch 2 that takes compressed data and then decompresses it. So that particular chip isn't on a CPU, and there's no part in a normal PC that does that. So that has to be relegated to your PC CPU.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm sitting here researching this stuff because I'm actually interested in it. And I was actually going to do a video on it because it's an interesting topic to me. So even if tomorrow, someone fully cracks the Nintendo Switch 2, to be able to just get the games to start, you're looking at $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
To get them to play full speed, because you'd have to brute force it, roughly $4,000.
It ain't worth it. You might as well just spend $500.
At that point, you might as well either buy the console used and buy all the games used if you don't want to support the company, because you want to be petty to pirate. It's just not going to help you.
Well, that's because remember what people kept saying during the Wii U that they emulated Xenoblade Chronicles X, but the problem was they never made it past Chapter 4.
They never made it. Yeah.
They never played the full game, but they kept trying to convince people that they could play it, and they did it this way. And you're like, okay, so why you don't have no scale yet? They couldn't tell you what happened at the end of the game. They couldn't tell you half the doggone questions. Half the questions didn't work. But they
I'm just saying, $4,000 versus $450 is a large gap.
Yeah.
Very large. And then even then, like, even if, let's say you do get it running, right? Like, you get it running and everything of what you mentioned is in place. One thing that they never look at, and this goes for other emulators too, go take a look at that compatibility list. And that takes a team of people to come back and say, you know what, I tried this out. I could make it past the menu screen, but then I couldn't do this. Or I could play the game, but there's like some slight glitches here and there, or I couldn't finish it. And you might have those that just, no issues. You can play it from front to back. But there's always percentages. You look at something as old as the Vita. Vita 3K is still struggling as an emulator. They still can't get that game to run at a decent clip for that emulator in itself. Sega Saturn took forever and a freaking day to emulate. But and same thing when we talk about original Xbox, that is still difficult to emulate. So now people have gone to the route of saying, you know what, I'm just gonna go find an regular Xbox and just mod it and just call it there because you work out better that way. Even with my son having a modded 360, most of those Xbox games do not work. They just don't work with the Xena emulator. And because he was like, Dad, I really want to play Def Jam. Def Jam don't make it past the startup screen. And this is coming from a 360. And then even if you were to go up to an S or X, it's still not doing it. You can't brute force everything. Like, and I think that's what people just fail to realize. Even if you got it running, what games would actually work? And the crazy part about it is, and this is the reason why Nintendo keeps going after these emulators, whether you think it's legal or not, whether you think it's cool for them to do it or not. is the simple fact that you already got people happy at the fact that they can get a game like Pokemon Gen 10 Winds and Waves and get it early and not have to spend the money. And like, oh, they shouldn't be charging me to do this, or they shouldn't force me to upgrade to a Switch 2 to get this game, but you're willing to have a PC that costs almost double, if not triple, the price of the console to get the game. Like,
you're willing to spend money on a device at this point 6, 7, 8 times the cost of the device to just barely be able to play the game so that you can be spiteful of the company.
Just because, and you're not going to finish it. You're not going to play it.
At that point, your best bet, if you really don't want to support Nintendo, but you still want to play their products, buy used.
There you
go.
Go.
Most people do it anyway. So why do you have to make the distinction that you're a pirate when you can still, there's avenues to get it, with legal avenues to get it, that you don't have to support the company.
Yeah. As it goes back to this conversation with Leaf Green and Fire Red. Like, oh, I can emulate it, but you're missing the whole point, because I was told that the reason why we pirate is because the games are not accessible. Well, they just made this game accessible, so why are you talking about pirating? Then on top of that, they have something that you can't do. You can't move this to Pokemon Home. Nope. Therefore, you can't move it into Champions. Nope. So you're missing out on the party regardless. Have fun playing the pirated copy, but the rest of people are going to take the very Pokemon that they're playing and move them to Champions to where they can play online. You're not doing that. And please don't bring Pretendo to me, because that's another thing that's been a farce, because they'll have you believe that you play all games online with Pretendo. Pretendo has about a hot 5 games you can play online with. 5. And most of them don't work well. So I thought, like I said, before I looked into it myself, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You can play games that are not online anymore through Pretendo, because it's always advertised as such. Go to Pretendo site. They'll tell you all the games it works with, and it ain't long. Yeah. So when you then look into it and you say, you know what? If this company or if this group of people are having a hard time making this happen, imagine what it's like for thousands of games to run consistently on a server. Like, they have to manage that through their NSO online service. So you're praising somebody for doing it for 5 games. They have to do it for thousands. So,
and this is where the charges start to come in.
Exactly.
Plus, I don't think people understand how much server maintenance costs.
It's disgusting.
They don't understand it. Because when at my former job, I had to do that. That was one of my job duties, was like doing the invoices and stuff. That stuff, man. And it depends on which one you send, which server house you're sending it to.
Yep.
Some of them are not as expensive as the other ones, but there's some, bruh. Come on, man. Like, but if you don't understand that and you think you're entitled to stuff, I'm like, that's why I would never get mad at Nintendo for NSO. I would never get mad at them for that, because PlayStation Plus and Game Pass exists. I'm not getting mad at NSO.
Correct.
Because they're putting stuff online that didn't have online.
Correct. There you go.
I don't think people understand that either. There are games that did not have online that are now you can play online.
Yeah.
And now when you switch to, you got game chat with all of them. You can game chat with any of them. So
that's why I'm like, Nintendo, go ahead, bring us back Miiverse. Just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Throw it in there.
I would love for them to do that.
If you need me to pay you an extra $5 a year, I'll do it.
I think that's another thing. That was another one of Iwata's babies, and that's why they haven't brought it back. Because
probably,
I guess the people there now is like, we don't really care for all that. But that was Iwata, because a lot of that stuff Iwata wanted. Like, dude, the Wii U was so fire. People do not understand. The first 2 years when we had the TV out.
Yep.
A lot of stuff lost because people didn't want to take the time to actually find it or engage with it.
Yeah. Best universal remote. Best universal remote, hands down.
Other people tell you what to like.
Yeah. And if you was a sports fan, your fantasy league was, because you could do it straight from the gamepad. While the game going. And it checked everything, had all your stuff up to date. You ain't even have to hardly do nothing.
See, See, one of my favorite things to do with the Wii U when it had a competent online was to use it basically as a stereo system.
Yeah,
Queue up whatever music or video you wanted to play, and
just let it
have
go.
that playing on your TV while you're using the gamepad to get the next stuff set up and prepared.
Yeah,
there's potential
ahead of its time. And now you got people bragging about what is it, the PlayStation Portal?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. And that's my thing too. Like developers investing too much is one thing, but the masses, like the consumers, play a big role in where we are too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, even though like 360 was the one that everybody loved, I think Xbox One, minus what Don Metric said, like I went past the bull he was talking about, and then also kind of the nonsense that came with DRM, or what they were going to do with DRM, because I was like, eventually we're going to get there anyway, because it was already on PC. So
I mean, we're there now. So
yeah, we're there now. So it's like they were ahead of their time in that sense. But I look past all the nonsense that he was talking about, because there were good games. I was one of the very few around that did like Connect, and I was liking the second version that they had. And then on top of that, like I said, they had the picture-in-picture, to where you can plug a second HDMI into the console. And that was the time frame too where we also had streaming that was implemented, because PS4 had the same thing. And unfortunately, poor taste in conversations, also fear-mongering, played a role in putting Xbox where they are now too. Now they play a role in it heavily, don't get me wrong.
Definitely.
But the masses play a bigger role as well, because now it's like, if I'm one of those that's like, I trust in what I'm doing, but then I feel some type of way when people post about me, and then I kind of try to twist to get them to like me. I feel like that's how Microsoft is. Like, I feel like they try to get the masses to like them a little too much. So when we talk about, for example, when they did everything they were doing with Xbox, the games they were releasing, the Connect stuff that they should have stayed with, the picture-in-picture stuff they should have stayed with, where I saw a lot of the fear-mongering was the usage of the military members, right? The soldiers. Because at the time, it was like, oh, you need online for everything. Everybody, I don't know why. Military is like the first thing that comes to people's mind. Well, why they won't be able to do this overseas? And I was like, well, no, that's a lie. Trust me. We were playing Xbox One just fine in Iraq. Like, we had no problem. We set up our own infrastructure as far as internet's concerned. We don't have to depend on a Verizon, a Spectrum, or anybody of the sort that you depend on here in the States. Please believe, when we get over there, that's the first thing that gets set up. Matter of fact, they're the first people that get sent to make sure we have internet.
Well, I would think it would be necessary, because you'd have to be able to have connections back over here.
Correct, because you need comms here. But trust me, our priorities were a little off. Like, ours was more make sure everybody got internet in their shoes, so that way they can play games and do stuff. So trust me, we always had ways, but it was something that was utilized against Microsoft at the time. And I know a lot of soldiers that stayed away from it because they were buying into it. And I was like, no, we still have setups over here. Like, my Xbox, I bought my Xbox from Iraq and we played it here. So stop buying into the stupidness, but everybody did. And they bought into it. And so less and less people bought it. Everybody went over to the PlayStation, and that's just what happened.
I was still laughing at everybody worried about the camera for Kinect, while everybody at this point in time, this was a major thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's running around with one of these.
And to this day, everybody's putting all their business on social media any doggone way. So
you worried about Microsoft using a camera to get your information that you have already given to everyone else.
Yep.
It's the same information.
Yeah.
We can go so deep into that bag.
Bro, do you have a birth certificate? Do you have a social security number? They already got you, bro.
They got you.
They already got
you already, big dog. Like
you got to stay
watch you.
Like,
you got a state ID, they got you.
Yeah, you got a social security number, you got a birth certificate, and you got a driver's license, bro. You got it.
You are tracked everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go. I hate to tell you, you are not
very bad news.
Just like when I saw like some of the posts, like, hey guys, they're tracking you. Turn off your location. You do realize like your location is how most of your apps work. Like, Google Maps isn't just magically working.
Yeah, it's not.
But either way, even if you turn it off, you still have to link to the satellite,
Yes.
which still monitors your location. So you're not actually doing anything other than making yourself feel like you've done something.
Something, yeah.
There you go. You making
Like,
yourself feel good
and
because it ain't
this
doing
doesn't
nothing else.
even require technical know-how. That's just
No.
logic.
Yeah,
If
it's just
if you
common
turn
sense.
off if you turn off location and your phone still works to make a call out, your location is still being tracked.
Yeah,
Correct.
and to be fair, most phones now have that emergency things where you can just call 911 anyway without even
Yep.
unlocking the phone, bruh.
Mhm.
Bruh.
And guess what? That still works even
That
with
still
location off.
works. So I try not to laugh at people like that. I just like, look, man,
Hey,
just stop. Don't say no.
hey, people. VPNs do not protect you.
They
really don't.
They
You want to know
don't.
the VPN? The only way a VPN will be actually able to protect your location is if one, you got a brand new piece of hardware. Two, with that brand new piece of hardware, you set up a virtual machine layer. Three, you set up the VPN within that virtual machine layer. Four, you use new accounts, new information, and nothing that links back to your original name. That's the only way you are protected with the VPN.
And you have to do that. You have to do that in sync and make sure nothing ever fails. Because if one thing fails, the whole thing's done. That's why it's not even worth doing if you don't know what you're doing.
And
the only
you
thing
lost
VPN is
90% of the people at step one.
Yep.
And again, this is logic. You don't need to know the technical side to understand these things. It's just that there are layers to it.
But the problem with that is you do need to know that you need to monitor it all the time, because once again, if one part fails, you ain't got nothing. So
and
that's why it's
like
that, don't do it.
And on top of that, when it comes down to any sort of legal matters, if you are caught doing something and they figure out it's you through your VPN, the VPN will give up your information.
But I paid for the VPN.
I paid for the VPN. And I hate to break this bubble. No, actually, I don't hate to break this bubble. I love to break this bubble. For everybody that believes that VPNs don't keep information on you, they do. They're required to.
Yep.
No matter what they say, they are required to keep information on you.
Yeah. If the federal government comes, they will dump that so quick.
And don't think it matters what country you in. It don't.
It really don't.
It don't.
Ask the Pirate Bay guys.
It don't.
Ask them.
It don't matter what country you in, how many different accounts you make. If they have
how many
the direct link to your information, they will share it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I tell people all the time. I mean, we learned this years ago. They're like McAfee got to stay going, so they're gonna make sure that they don't perfect it, or they don't make sure it's something that's up to par. So they got to keep selling you the latest and greatest product. It is never going to be secure 100%. It's never, because technology is forever evolving. You're never going to be able to escape everything. But once again, you give it away for free any doggone way. So like it's so crazy.
Thing, if you got a passport, they got you.
They got you too. Like there's nothing that you've done, even if you're talking about, oh, I'm finna go wipe this, or even using incognito mode. No, that's not for what you think it is. Like this.
At that point, you just using it to keep your history off of your local device.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Boy, yeah. Hey.
People gonna hate me when I start dropping these videos.
I mean, what people need to know at this point, people need to know, because like anything, we live in the information age. Anything you want to know, you can figure it. You can read about it.
Just realize the less we stop researching, the smarter these devices got. But that's just what it came down to. But honestly, I always felt like the first company that does this, and I feel like Nintendo may be the first to do it, the first company to say, you know what, we're going to complete a game, and we're going to do a YouTube, Netflix series or whatever. And every day we're going to drop a brand new episode up until the release of the game. And we're showing you the ins and outs. Of course, you know, they can't give you everything because that's take too long. But we're going to get you the key points. Like, hey, this is where we found a hiccup. This is where we came up with this ID. This is when we started doing R&D. This is when we started talking about promotion. This is where we came up with this drawing model. Like we decided to give Mario a gray mustache because we wanted to create an old man Mario, like it's something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it starts educating the gamer, because right now you're not going to educate the gamer through reading, unfortunately, especially in the United States. So now you're going to have to give them entertainment.
Well,
and
I just thought about it. Sakurai did that.
He did. People still didn't listen.
He did. But my thing is, it wasn't for like a specific game and walking them through like.
Oh yeah, that's
development.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's where I was like, it has to be a game that people care about, or
perfect
even a
game.
brand new IP.
Perfect game for this. Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's the perfect game for that.
Step
How do
by
we go
step.
and how do we go and talk to Bandai Namco to get this, or how do we go talk to Square to get this?
Yeah.
Like these are the conversations we have to have. Now, I don't say get into dollar figures about how stuff costs. That's irrelevant.
No, because number one, people don't even know that. No way.
They don't. Like I've always felt like, even with the NBA and NFL, I feel like that's a privacy situation. You announce
that is, because you can't do that on your job. Like you can't do that at your job. You will get in trouble.
Yeah, just last year we just became able to post what the jobs were given in salary. Like,
you couldn't tell until you went into the if you got an offer, that's when you went in. That's when they told you. But so that's I don't like that either, because one, it ain't my business to know that Kirk Cousins got $90 million guaranteed. Now I do want his agent, because his agent was able to get him that on a busted Achilles, and I need him to. I don't even want $90 million. I just need him to help me get 20,000 extra at my job.
From my job,
yeah. I don't even want that much. I ain't even. This should be a walk in the park for him.
Like, bro, I just need your assistance on one thing. That's it. Just one.
That's
thing.
it.
This should be a walk in the park for that age. I mean, I ain't even asked for that much.
Nope. Because I mean, you don't even realize how much danger you putting them in and women in when you start announcing big money like that. Yeah. But that's why I was like, don't mention the money. Just say, okay, this is the time frame it took us to complete this project, and we're going to show you some of the conversations we've had, how the team kind of managed and worked together to build this, and we're going to show you like key people on the team.
Well, you know what? Maybe not exact numbers, but I do think telling people the general cost of how much stuff is relevant, because then it'll get their brains to start registering.
You can do some ballparks, yeah.
That's why it costs so much, because it costs them this much to do this, and then this, and then this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like when you go and watch like everything on HGTV. You're watching it, it's like, oh man, that looks so beautiful. I can go do that at my house, and it's like, at the end, it costs us $30,000 to renovate. Like, yep. All right. Nope. Not doing that. Going to another project.
It looked cool. It looked like, good job, bro. It looked cool.
Oh, I love when they put the kitchen island is full of marble and granite. Yeah, that's $35,000.
Yeah.
I'll just get a regular one.
All I need is that one bold developer to say, you know what? This is our plan. This is what we're starting with. This is what our goal is as far as what we've been given for as far as a budget, and this is what we need to make to recoup. So after we've done this, we now feel like we need to price the game at this. So you can do the math yourself at home if you feel like that suffice. And when they see that, it's like, okay, so yeah, they do need to do 70 to, let's say, sell 3 million copies. But if they sold it to us for 50, the way we've been asking for, they might have to sell upwards to 5 or 10. And this game or this genre is not known for selling that much, so it makes more sense. But yeah, it do ballparks, never exact, but let's do
not exact, but definitely a ballpark.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
because it's one of those things where people got to understand that there's licensing fees for certain things, especially the game engines that some people pick up for free to just dick around with. Those companies actually have to pay for them.
There you go. Yeah.
Nothing is ever truly free.
No.
That's why I hate, like I was telling Jack before we came on, I hate free to play games, because people have the illusion that this is free.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I love Warframe, but go in there and start looking at some of that stuff.
They got other ways they make their money back. They got other ways to make their money back. If a free to play isn't chock full of advertisements, best believe they got some other way they making money on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't like, just charge me for the game.
There you go.
Charge me for it. Like, I hate that.
You see, Nintendo tried with the mobile scene. Mobile scene don't like that.
Yeah.
Which
they complain, but still bought it though. That's
my thing is They gave you a shot with Mario, with Super Mario Run. Say, hey, we'll just charge you one fee for the whole game. Oh no, we don't want that. Fire Emblem Heroes drops. Free to play. Gotcha system. Oh, we gonna spend $200 off the first day. I'm like, what?
And then they had to put that thing out because kids were spending parents' money, and they had to put that thing out like, hey, we ain't responsible for that.
Yep.
Like when you watch your kids.
That's when you put locks on your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you about to see it. You about to see it coming up in April. In April, we're about to see. Well, actually, it's happening right now to where we're hearing complaints about Pokemon Champions and what like the limits are as far as like how many Pokemon you can have in the game for free. So I think it's like you can have up to 30 Pokemon slotted for free that you pull from home. Now, I don't think I need more than 30 damn Pokemon and Pokemon Champions because that gives you what, a team, like 5 teams of 6 at that point. I don't need more than 30 in there. But if I want to, for whatever reason, I don't want to keep swapping back and forth, then you could pay a little bit of extra loot to, have some extra slots. The complaints are happening now. Watch come April. That game is about to profit something stupid. It's about to blow the mainline Pokemon games out the water.
And this is because the people that are online are just the complainers. The people that actually just feel like playing it, they ain't online sitting there complaining about it. They just gonna go play.
And that's why
even the people complaining go play.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is Pokemon. That fan base is ridiculously large.
Just like Star Wars. Bigger than Star Wars.
Like kind of we all complained about the Battlefront 2 situation. But guess what? If 10% of the fan base went and bought it, which is kind of what happened, they still made money.
Nah, let's be honest. About at least 40% of the fan base bought that game.
Yeah, they did. They complained, but they bought it. So,
they definitely bought it.
And that's why EA didn't care. Because EA was like, if only 20% of y'all buy it, it don't matter. We still made bank. So Pokemon the same way. They're like, okay, yeah, y'all say y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all say y'all gonna boycott, but y'all just bought all 3 copies and the Switch releases and y'all went and bought a Snorlax beanbag and y'all so we still made money.
Yeah.
I've never seen a company have more boycotts and then have more this is the fastest selling game in this. How?
The Switch 2 is weak. It's the fastest selling console of all time. Like something ain't adding up here. I don't know.
That's going people.
Got it.
Like, look, you can be mad at the game. Like at this point, we need companies to stop spending so much money on hardware.
That's true.
They do.
Very true.
Like game development costs and everything are so high. You need them to not spend money on a bunch of new hardware. Heck, Sony should not be thinking about a PS6.
Not even close. Like that number 6 should be out of the peripheral. They shouldn't even be talking about it. Not even close. But if we want to talk about money, and I don't know if y'all seen this because it popped up on my feed not too long ago. Looks like Nintendo now has 80% of Bandai Namco Studio Singapore as of April 1st. And then the other 20% will go later. I don't know what that means entirely because I'm pretty sure there's more details to it. But
I think it has more to do with them finishing projects that they were already working on.
Yeah. Because, you think about it, Bandai Namco and Nintendo work a lot together anyway. So
it's kind of like understood, which is why I never understood why we never got Soul Calibur. Why I never understood why we never got at least Tekken Tag. If you didn't want to do 5, 6, 7, and 8, you at least Tekken Tag. You could put Tag on that. But I never understood that. But they was here for Smash. They was here for some other stuff. So thank you.
But hey, we'll see what come of it. But yeah, I think at this point, gaming is what it is. I feel like the fan base really needs to take responsibility of it being in the state that it's into, especially when we're talking about the graphic push, constant need for graphic push, constant need for it. The annual sports releases. I contribute to that as much as the next person when it comes down to basketball, but I didn't buy this year, but ultimately it's like them being able to release those games every year, charge you $70 every year. Then also microtransactions every year. on top of the fact you don't get to carry none of it over.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most coldest things you can do in gaming
If
is to
anything,
say, give me money, and then I won't transfer over what you already got in my game you currently own.
yeah.
That's the biggest spit in the face.
Well, to me, that's the only games that should be live service should be sports games, annual sports games.
Mm-hmm.
Until you make
And
like
they shouldn't even be annual.
Yeah. Until
Really
you make like a big engine change, yeah, just keep it. And just pay for the update.
But basically, they shouldn't have to make a new game.
Correct.
But like every 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, basically Microsoft Office 365 is.
Yeah. There you go.
Honestly. Yeah. For like just sports simulations, Microsoft Office 365, it just be like, okay, look, y'all pay $99 a year for it. That'll give you the updated rosters, updated stadiums, updated if they have, because now the big thing now is everybody got 50,000 different uniforms. So that's across everything now. It ain't just because it used to just be football and basketball. Now it's everybody got 300,000 uniforms per. Okay, so tonight we're having a whiteout. Tonight we're having a blue out. Tonight we're having a luau. Tonight we have like, bro, come on, man. So yeah, just charge that 70, 80 a year to do the roster update or whatever, and just leave it like that because you're not changing the engine.
Right. See, this is where I would be like, since we're already popular enough, you charge for the complete overhaul, you charge the 70 or 80.
Yeah.
Then do the updates is like a $10 to $20 charge every year. Because one, that allows you to leave the base model of the game, keep the value of it up. And two, people aren't going to complain about that adjustment of $10 to $20. Most people ain't going to complain about it. It's just going to be the loud few that get on the internet. Why am I paying $20 to update this game? Would you prefer to pay $70 again the next year?
That's anti-consumer.
Like at that point, shut up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we got everybody like, man, shut up.
That's going to be the person that's going to go online and complain, and then the next day at work they're going to have their coworkers staring at them like, "What I do?"
I don't understand why y'all upset.
Just go ahead, everybody mean mother like, oh, so you was doing.
I don't understand why y'all upset. Why are y'all so upset?
Like EA said that they're gonna do something that's actually beneficial, and you got mad.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you be lucky somebody don't clock you upside the head with a coffee mug.
Basically. All right, people. We're gonna call that a night. Thank you, everybody in chat. We appreciate you. Jack, anything you want to pimp out?
Nah, man. I still hold up that challenge, and this more or less is geared towards Jay Biggs. If anybody wants to, donate a horror game to watch me play it, by all means. But until then, you're not getting me to play one.
Hold on, what platform? Is there a specific platform?
Switch.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I done booted the rest of them out my house. But yeah, so I'm only Switch gang over here. So like I said, if anybody keeps pitching me these horror games, and Vicky, I know you're not here still, but this goes for you too. Purchase the game. And I told him, I said, I will even be bold enough to stream it. It might not be a live stream. I'll pre-record it possibly, but it just depends on how Streamlabs and all that other stuff work out. But ultimately, I would play it just to show y'all my reaction that I'm not playing with y'all. Like, genuinely, I do not like playing horror games. I don't like paying to be scared. I don't pay for haunted houses. I don't get on roller coasters no more. I don't pay to look at myself in the mirror early in the morning. I clean up first and then I look. There's things I just choose not to entertain because I know it's not for me. So if you would like for me to be stupid enough to try it and see me turn it off after 2 seconds, by all means, pay $50 to $70 for whatever game you're choosing, and I'm with it. Cool.
Okay, people, there you go. All right, all right, Andre.
I do have a few videos that's going to be coming out. Now that my computer is back up to 100%, actually above 100%, I'm going to be getting that stuff done. So hopefully within the next week or two, you'll be seeing it. because I have yet to actually drop my first official video for the year. Now I'm thinking about it, and that's weird. That's really weird because normally I would have by now. So, and it's because I've been plotting in the background. So I'm going this year. This year's the heel turn for the Game Idea Guy. So if you don't like this year, I don't blame you, but y'all gonna deal with it.
Are you going full Swerve or are you going Roman Reigns?
I'm going more what R-Truth actually was supposed to be.
Oh, what R-Truth was supposed to do. Okay.
I'm going where Ron Killings should have.
Gotcha. Okay.
Went, yeah. I still hate, man. I saw that episode of like Unscripted. I'm like, y'all really try to throw that man under the bus. Okay, Triple H, you full of it, bro. So yeah.
No. Paul Levesque. Yeah, his real name.
Yeah. Paul. I'm like, bro, I don't know why you said that in that video because it didn't make you sound good, bro. It really didn't. So I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, dude. But yeah, feel you on that. All right, for me, I do have a Boss Battles vid coming up sometime this week. I'm trying to get it out on Tuesday. Other than that, that's pretty much all from me. I'm still working on a couple of vids, so hopefully I can get those out starting this week. I have been behind on a lot of stuff because I just been out of it a little bit, but hopefully I'll get myself, where I'm in a good space to do the stuff that I want to do. So, all right, peeps, that's gonna do it for this episode, and we will see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, people.
Peace.
Oh, Steam Deck is a failure.